Welcome to the Strategic Oracle, the transmission space where timing meets soul and wealth begins with the rhythm. I'm Kim Woods, Oracle of Velmuth, architect of the Signature Codex, and strategist to leaders who've already scaled the system and now feel its cost. This isn't content, it's codex frequency. It's delivered through pattern recognition and wealth timing, an intuitive strategy calibrated to your signature. If you've built brilliance based on the old rules, but your body knows it's time to lead differently, you're in the right space. You've found this podcast and you're already in the field. Let's begin. Happy full moon. Here we are on December 4th, 6:15 p.m. Eastern Time, and we have the last full moon of 2025. That is just mind-blowing. And this is all about change. There are types of signs in the zodiac. We have three types. We have the first ones that you come into for a season. Those are called the cardinal signs. Those are Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Think of the solstice. Think of the months of the equinox. Those are the ones that are heralding we have entered a new season. They're about new beginnings, doing something completely different, the start of something, or the initiation. In the middle, we have what are called fixed signs. They're in the middle of the season. Those are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And so those are like fixed in the season. That's where we've gotten the orientation of spring. Now we're settled into spring and summer and fall and winter. You get the idea where the season takes hold. And so think about that. Something takes hold. When something's in a fixed sign, you can rely on its stability, but also it's hard to let go of. And so the last signs of the season are what we call mutable signs. And those are Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Gemini. And so each one of those seasons are now then letting go before we start the next season. So when things are in those signs, there's a change. You've got one foot someplace and one foot someplace else. This full moon is mutable, not only because the sun is in Sagittarius and the moon is in Gemini, which are both mutable signs, but because really the biggest angle for the luminaries, the sun and the moon, are the nodes, which are the calculated points of an eclipse that the soul, the collective soul energy is in. And so every 18 months they change. And now we're entrenched. We're at 13 degrees for these nodal points, and we're 13 degrees for the sun and the moon. And so there's an exactness there. And each one of the nodal signs, our collective soul destiny is in Pisces, and our collective soul karma is in Virgo. So you've just heard me say the sun is in Sagittarius, the moon is in Gemini. Those are both mutable signs. The soul collective destiny is in Pisces, and the soul collective karma is in Virgo. Those are both mutable signs. Change is in the air. Change is possible. And so it's really exciting because as the sun is asking you to wear, because it's an identity thing, it's a core thing, experience, expansion, exploration. It is asking you to go beyond what is the norm for you, to change your motions, your movements, your actions. It's a fire sign. It's very much about doing. And there's a social flair here. We know that. Sagittarius loves people. Sagittarius loves travel. Sagittarius loves anything that is something that is different than what they've experienced before. With Gemini, it's about thoughts. It's an air sign. So it's what you're thinking. And so the moon, your heart, wants you to think about things in a different way. What do I think about doing something new? What do I think about traveling? What do I think about socializing? What do I think about experiencing things in different ways, seeing different patterns, welcoming new solutions, new problem-solving techniques, new strategies? new conversations, new people. Gemini is all about the idea of it and the mental processing, and Sagittarius is all about the doing. They go perfectly together. It's a full moon, though. So there is some tension because it literally the only tension with these two signs is should I do it or should I think about it? Should I think about it or should I do it? Should I think first and then do it or should I do it and then think? Really, that's the only complication. These two signs are so endearing that they're so fun. They're so, I don't want to say frivolous, but there's a levity here that just feels really good. Welcome it. Let's enjoy it. I will say from a collective soul karma and collective soul destiny, what is the opportunity? Remember, we're going to head into the year of opportunity, and December is our launch pad for it. And so, what is the opportunity about giving up? How do we want to give up being enslaved to things that we don't want to do, to be sacrificing ourselves at the altar of? And we could say the altar of pleasing somebody, the altar of making money, the altar of having a routine that's either working for us or not working for us. Maybe we've become too fixed on something. So this is the opportunity to let that go. And with Virgo, it's all about things that are from a perfectionist perspective. So if something's taking control of you or is taking hold of you, that's what you want to give up. Because Virgo's awesome for well-being and for health and for establishing really good routines and having a good work ethic and doing the right thing. Yay, we don't want to give up any of that. But sometimes we look at it and we've forgotten to open up to fresh eyes and say, why am I still doing that again? Is that serving me? Does that really feed my soul still? Or is it something I've just gotten in the habit of doing? Or, gee, is there a habit I should be forming because I've been pushing it off too long and it's been on my list for a really long time and I feel guilty about it? Well, this is where that soul collective destiny for Pisces is so beautiful because Pisces is super creative. Pisces is soft. Pisces is tender. Pisces is loving. Pisces is kind. And so for Pisces, instead of falling victim to, well, I've been trying to lose weight for 40 years, and so therefore I'm going to stay with this routine. Well, guess what? Your routine's not working if it's been that long. Hello, right? And or gee, I'm just going to do the 15 social media posts this week because I've heard that it's the best thing ever. They're not working for you. This is where Pisces is like, could we possibly be kind about that and say, let's get creative and think of a different way to do this and think of some way that is really you can justify with your heart, you can justify with your passion, you can justify with being really good to yourself, that self-love, and you could do it in ways that fill you up, satisfy you, give you pleasure. This is the positive side of Pisces. But Pisces can become victim. Pisces can become, woe is me, I've tried so hard, it's not working. Let's give that up. Let's give it up. Trying is really good. Succeeding is better. So let's think of ways that we can succeed in any area of our life. Anything. It could be something as infinitesimal as a good cup of coffee in the morning. But guess what? You haven't gotten to the store because you haven't given yourself time to do that. Or you don't have the right coffee maker. Can you give that gift to yourself? Because think about the difference between your days of always thinking about, oh, I have a crappy cup of coffee. If only I had the time to go to my favorite coffee shop. Or, gee, maybe they sell the grinds or the beans and I can just get that at home. So it will be super, super convenient and much less expensive, but just as luxurious for myself. That matters. Something so seemingly small isn't small if it's a daily thing. These are the types I'm thinking about. I'm not talking about taking massively huge swings for the fences. This moon has tons of support for things that are about thoughts, for things that are about finding ways to satisfy your heart, about ways to master self-care and self-love and being creative for those wishes and dreams that you have to fulfill your life mission. So they are big ideas and big concepts, but the steps to get there Virgo's involved, they're relatively small. Gemini's involved, they're very, very quick. Sagittarius is involved, we're wildly impatient for it. So let's work with these energies. And again, we do have support for those bigger things, but it is in the smallest action. So those daily choices, those seemingly minute efforts, they stack up and they really, really matter. So this is the full moon, and it's in a 13, which is a 4 because 1 plus 3 equals 4. And so this is about creating stability and security and structure. And even though all these things are mutable and so changeable and adaptable and flexible and nimble, we can then stack these up, put these together, glue some really good habits in place for ourselves, and make them become bigger things. So I simply adore this full moon. It's not going to be the hardest full moon we've ever had. It could be one of the easier ones we've had, or we could super complicate it. Let's not do that. Let's not super complicate it. Let's be really, really easy. The crystal that has come in is rhodonite. That is the combination that has the rhodonite is that beautiful pink. It can be a really deep, deep pink color, or it could be a really light pink color. It's often infused with black obsidian. So sometimes you can see them and they almost look like black obsidian. Other times you can see them and they're that deep, deep pink. And other times they're this light, light pink. They're the same stone. They just have a different layer and a different type of support. This is what I'm saying. Don't overcomplicate. If you feel like, wow, I want to do some big clearing. I want to do some deep cleansing, some change here that I want to make sure that it takes hold, go for that darker, more the obsidian color. If you want to be kind to yourself, you feel like you've kind of carved yourself and hollowed yourself and just worked yourself, go for that really lighter pink. It will be softer for you. It will be kinder. It will be gentler. If you're feeling the space in between, go for the middle one. Go for that deep pink with the lines of the obsidian through it. Rhodonite is a beautiful stone and a stone for all season. And in fact, I've got a gorgeous bowl. I have them where they run the gamut of all those colors. Then it has a big egg in the middle of it that is that deeper pink with that obsidian. And I'll literally put my hand in it certain times. So when people are here, sometimes I'll just put their hand in it. And I'll just say, you know what? You're asking yourself to love yourself more. And rhodonite helps you do that. Whether it's something that you want to have more of that tough love and develop something new for yourself that's going to be a little bit hard. And it could be that coffee maker because you haven't given yourself permission to say yes to yourself on that. Or you're just like, gosh, I just need to take a break. I want to have a yoga moment. I want to, just kind of like fit some really gorgeous, luscious, delicious energy for myself and bottle it up and carry it with me. That's the lighter pink. So you can run the gamut with that. And that's what we're going to do in meditation in just a minute. Before we do that, I want to jump into the intuitive success signatures. And I want to give you some more like power plays for yourself in the best possible way. So if you haven't taken the quiz, go to yoursignaturemap.com, go ahead and take it, answer the 12 questions, you will get your signature. This signature matters now more than ever because we are entering a year that is filled with energy. Everything has always been about energy, but now guess what? It's becoming really evident. So yay, yay. So if power is where energy meets action, then knowing your energy alignment is the first part of that equation, and then you can take more precise actions. So, wise strategist, what's it about for you? It is about taking action for you, and it's about wearing one accomplishment that you feel so super proud of and carrying that with you every single day as you enter the day and into every single interaction that you have, just as a backdrop, just for support. Intuitive visionary, it's about aligning with your energy. And so for you to wear the cloak of opportunity right now, you have permission to do that. Yay! I'm giddy with that. It's been too long. For you, Collaborative Explorer, it's taking action about one goal that you have that serves you. And I would love to add the sentence, and only you, to make that whole part like be the one goal that serves only you. If you don't get there, just choose the one goal. 6 weeks, work on that one goal. Ruling warrior, aligning with your energy with precision, using a scalpel. And so it is the scalpel, I can't even say that word today. Being precise, using a surgical instrument. Let's do that. Okay, for you, ruling warrior, it's to be aligning your energy with precision. And so it's taking that finely tuned instrument and just changing something by 5 degrees. There's just one thing you're doing that's not working the way you really want it to. Think about it with just a 5-degree turn and align your energy with that. For you, creative superstar, take action on one offer for the next 6 weeks. Seriously, you're not talking about anything else but that one offer. Then, loving alchemist, align your energy through power meditations. Do a meditation about how your power works and how it's not working, and then really lean into how it's working, and then employ that. Okay, so now we're going to get into ritual. We have such loving support right now. We're taking that rhodonite energy in as we take an inhale. And as we exhale, we're letting go of anything like control, anything that's holding us back, anything that's heavy. We don't have to name it. We're just letting it go as we exhale. If we're driving, we're not closing our eyes. If we're not driving, we are closing our eyes. We're getting a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more situated. We're working with that 4 energy of the sun and the moon and those nodal points for that karmic, collective big swath of energy. But we're nestling ourselves in to the rhodonite, allowing that bigger energy to swirl around us, allowing that mutable, changeable winds and fire and water and earth, all the elements to help us with those changes that will be incredibly supportive for us, allowing us to open up to the opportunity with lightness and with subtlety and with beauty. As we take our inhales and our exhales and getting more aligned with our own energy, as we go down the chakras, the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, the root, down into the earth star, right below our feet, allowing the garden to be planted around us. Our favorite things, just taking a moment, bringing in energy of loved ones, of loving moments, of pictures in our mind's eye. Maybe let's have a few things that we're really proud of goals that we want to plant that are just seedlings. Allow the earth to take those in, giving them the energy so that we can be nimble and flexible and adaptable. As we go up through the soles of our feet, to our ankles, our shins, our calves, our knees, as we're implanting these beautiful, delicious seeds and growths and pictures and loved ones and yummies in our mind's eye, going up our calves, over our knees, quads, hips, hams, buttocks, up into our belly, allowing that fire to stir creatively, adding a little fuel, some energy, going up into our solar plexus, adding some power, adding some precision to go out into the world, to send our signal for our vision out into the world. Going up into our heart space, adding that love, that desire, that nurturance, that wisdom, really stitching in our sense of belonging. Going up into our throat, giving us the words, the language, the silence, the listening, the empathy to say yes. Down our shoulders, releasing down our biceps and our elbows and our forearms and our wrists and our palms of our hands. Just releasing, using an obsidian to just release, melt, dissolve away anything that's not ours, anything that's heavy, anything that's been too tight, too inky, too much. It's no longer ours. We're just letting it shed, roll right off of us, drip like the water. and just going and fueling and feeding the earth, because the earth takes it and transmutes it into beautiful golden nuggets, into diamonds, into crystals, into sparkling, gorgeous, worthy, bejeweled, bedazzled wealth. Gold nuggets, silver bars, the jewels of sapphires, emeralds, rubies, diamonds, amethysts, excuse me, amber, topaz. They're all around us, being nestled into the earth. As we bring ourselves up our mind's eye, drinking in the beautifulness, the diamonds, we're going to drink right in through the palms of our hands, our wrists, up to our elbows, up to our shoulders, up to our jawline, up to our cheekbones and our forehead, up into the universe. Before we do that, though, we've gone from our throat, we're going to go to our third eye, to be all seeing, to have those ideas and the solutions and those changing conversations, allowing us to open up to the energies and support that are able to fuel our future as we're firmly anchored into our most nestled, gorgeous, wealth-creating, growth-orienting, satisfying ways. Through the crown of our head, up into the heavens, speaking to God, our guides, Jesus, Mother Mary, the goddess, the God. Allowing this energy to align and allowing the flood of love and light to come down and pour over us and through us and awaken each of our cells, saying yes to that which serves us. It's all around us. It's within us, nestled below us, beside us, underneath us, above us, through us. As we invoke that rhodonite to be our partner, to clear the path, to give us that fortitude and stability, to help us say yes to ourselves in ways that are meaningful, in the teeny tiny ways that scaffold to bigger things, in the mundane where the money resides, in the daily where all things become, letting that possibility become probability, to become actuality, to become inevitability. Yes, we say yes. Giving great gratitude to the sun and the moon and the nodal points and all of the stars in the sky and the earth beneath us, to our loved ones, to our abilities. As we open our eyes, through our breath coming back into this space, clearing our throats, we're letting the release come. Shaking things out or wiggling our hands and our fingers and our toes and our shoulders and our wrists and our jawlines, shaking in that energy that we want to keep and continuing that excavation of energy that we want to let go of. As we fully come back into our day, into our space, taking a huge sip of water, rubbing our hands together, smiling, and saying happy, happy, happy full moon. And if you haven't already noted that we are inviting you to a forecast group clarion call, because we have only waitlist left, we are going to be doing an encore call on January 8th. So go ahead, and in the show notes, you'll see. You may still have the date of December 4th on it, but that's okay, because we're adding an encore just for you, by invitation only. And with Edge 350 or Edge 2026, you can have that invitation turn into free access. And so go ahead and carve out some time for you to attend. You'll get all the information about 2026. We're doing some special things this year to mark our 10th anniversary. It's our celebration. And we'd like for you to join us. So with that, take a nice deep breath in and an exhale. Another nice deep breath in and an exhale. And one final one as we say happy, happy, happy full moon. And as always, happy soul tidings. You've been listening to the Strategic Oracle, where success isn't scaled from speed, but from soul. If this stirred something real, follow it. Apply for activation, enter the vault, or pause right here. Integration is leadership too. Because the truth is, you were never meant to chase the timing. You are meant to become it.